Hello, I'm Mike Hembry. You're in the NASCAR Situation Room. Here with my colleagues Jeff Owens, Kenny Bruce, and we're going to talk this week about road courses since the Sprint Cup Tour is in California doing that this weekend. Road courses have been around NASCAR virtually since the beginning, but there seems to be a controversy every year about, do we really need them? You know, we only have 2 races at road courses. Should there be more? Should there be none? What about it, guys? What do you think about this one?
Wasn't the beach course in Daytona, wasn't that a road course?
Yeah,
I mean, if you think about it, really.
It was a sandy road course.
It was a little bit of sand on it. Personally, I mean, I think road courses are a great addition to the series schedule. I mean, you've got a bunch of 1.5-mile tracks. You've got several 1-mile tracks. You've got some short tracks. You've got some super speedways with the restrictor plates. I think the fact that you have road courses in there just gives race fans a better idea of, you know, who the more talented drivers are. It's not all about horsepower and how you set the car up. If I was going to do anything, I might put a road course in the chase at the end of the year, because you've got 10 races to decide your champion. Shouldn't that be decided on as many different venues as you possibly could?
You know, this is an issue I've kind of flip-flopped on over the years. I used to hate them. I used to hate road racing. I thought it was the most odd, foreign thing I've ever seen for stock car drivers to be out there running around on a road, basically, a road course. And I sort of sided with the majority of the drivers. They hated them. You know, I remember Sterling Marlin and Bobby Hamilton and those guys. They'd go to Sonoma every year, and they would always say the same thing. I wouldn't care if they blew this place up. You know, they hated it. But I've come around over the years. I've got to where I enjoy watching them now, and I think the reason is because it's become so much more competitive, and there's a lot more drivers these days who like it and who are competitive on it, and have become good drivers on it. And I think it's made the racing better out there. I think some of the road course races over the past few years have been some of the best races we've had. It's exciting watching them go around the course, but something bizarre always happens. There's strategy going on. You see some different people in the mix, and I think it just adds a lot of excitement. So I've gone from not wanting to see any road course races to I'd like to see more of them now. The one thing that's very, very odd is I think it's kind of crazy for us to only have 2 of them on the schedule a year. If we're going to go road course racing, it should be like the short tracks or the restrictor plate tracks. There should be at least 4 a year, and I'm like you, I'd kind of like to see one in the chase.
And I have the candidate to add to that list. I say Montreal. Montreal is a great facility. The nationwide races there have been well received, well attended. The course is nice. The city is spectacular. It'd be a great place to add a 3rd road course race. And I agree generally what you guys have said. You know, road courses are made for sports cars. The sports cars look really cool on them. They're low to the ground. They just look like they're made for those tracks. And stock cars are, you know, bulky and too big for those courses, really. But I think, like Jeff said, some of the best races we've had since the car of tomorrow, the new car, have been on road courses for whatever reason. I'm not sure it's because of the design of the car, but the last few races at both of the road courses have been entertaining for any number of reasons.
And you have your favorites out there every year. I mean, you got guys like Gordon and Tony Stewart who are going to excel, but there's always the possibility that somebody new is going to win. You know, we saw Montoya win there a couple of years ago. Kevin Harvick, Robbie Gordon, guys like that. And now you've got a whole new mix of guys. You know, A.J. Allmendinger, you know, won 5 road course races when he was in the kart series. Marcus Ambrose nearly won both races last year. You throw these guys into the mix, and all of a sudden you've got a little bit of intrigue, and there's a possibility that we could see somebody new win one of these races.
And we certainly need more intrigue these days in Sprint Cup racing. So we've talked about that issue. We'll bring another one to you next week and toss it around the table. Join us again at SceneDaily.com.